Guys, we're here at Buffalo Wild Wings with Chance, wide receiver from Capital High School. Chance, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Chance Knox, 2020 receiver, Capital High School.
Now, before we do start with the questions, we do have a couple things to cover. This weekend we'll be going to Hedgesville High School and talking with Coach Yurish and Coach Thomas from Musselman. But we'll talk a little bit about that later on, but we'll go ahead and start interviewing Chance. Now, when you look at this upcoming season, what are you most anxious for?
Just the experience with my friends and everything, being able to play another year with all my teammates, just looking forward to every game, getting able to play with them on Friday, and hopefully having a great year.
Now, you all lost to Martinsburg, correct, last year in semis?
Yes, sir.
What, for yourself, what is an individual goal you have, and then also as a team, what goals do you have for the season?
We want to win every game that we can, so I definitely say we want to go undefeated. We want to win a state championship. We haven't been able to get past the semifinals these last couple years, so I definitely say as a goal for myself is get past the semis and as a team win that state championship.
Now, I'm a little biased because I went to South Charleston, and I know it's probably not the best school in the world to go when you're talking to a Capital kid,
Gotcha.
But when you all look at the season and you all play them early this year, what advantage do you all have of playing South Charleston week 2 instead of later on in the season?
Yeah, playing teams later on in the season, they're able to prepare a little bit more, but playing somebody early, depending on what their faults and everything are, you can just play better against them.
Right.
So.
Now, I don't know if you all have seen our lovely preseason rankings, but we do have you all at 1, and we have Martinsburg at 3.
Yeah.
Back-to-back state championships, but they did lose a lot. What is a goal for yourself going into this season? I know you talked about the team and how you want a state championship this year, which is understandable, but how can you better yourself from last season to this season?
I feel like I need to be the guy this year, not only making the plays, but whenever we need a catch or something that Kerry should know that I'm going to step up and make that catch to help our team whenever we need it, first quarter or last, to help us win.
Right. Now, what camps have you went to this summer?
I've been to about 5 or 6. I started off with Miami of Ohio. Been to Marshall, West Virginia Wesleyan. Went to Eastern Kentucky, EKU. So it's right around there.
Okay. Now, what can you take from those camps? Basically, not one from everything, but what can you take from, I guess, a generic one thing that you learned this summer?
I'd say just being able to compete against some of the best from other states, not just West Virginia. And there's a whole lot of better competition, not just in this state, and being able to go up against them has really helped me.
Oh, it's always better to play against people that are better than you.
Exactly.
Because it makes you better. Now, what is it like playing with Kerry, like a quarterback with that kind of talent?
First of all, he's a great friend, but man, some of the things, I'll go back and look at film after it comes out the next day, and some of the things he's able to do, make plays, it's really like no other. It's pretty amazing once you go back and look at it, just coming from being on the field with him.
Oh yeah.
So
I couldn't imagine. We just sit here and break down film and look at film.
Yeah.
And the things he can do, whether it's with his arm or his legs.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a very talented kid. But when you look at this year's team, and I know everybody's goal is to win a state championship, but when you look at this year's team, how is this year's team different? Maybe not better, but different than last year's team.
I think we're coming together as a team. Last couple years we've not been fully there, but I feel like this year everybody's bonding more. We're just coming together as a unit, and that's helping us on offense, defense, and special teams. Everybody's just getting better and helping each other out.
Now we could ask you a fun question. You're class of 2020, correct?
Yeah.
Are you the best receiver in the class of 2020?
Yes.
there's a lot of good ones. We've all got different skills. Some are faster, some can catch better and everything. I feel like I run some of the best routes. It's a coin toss, but I definitely feel like I'm up there. I don't want to say anything. I'll let the season take care of that, and hopefully y'all will see it at the end of the year.
It's probably a very, very good answer.
Yeah.
But when we looked at your tape, we broke it down, we've talked. Probably, we've looked at a bunch too, but probably one of the best when you're running a route. Your routes are clean and crisp, but when you look at this year, and you probably already have your schedule, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What is one team that you're excited and you want to play?
I'd definitely say the first game, because we haven't beat that team. It's Johnson Central, team out of Kentucky. We've been down there the last 2 years. This will be our third year. Haven't been able to beat them yet. It's the first game, so excited to be able to play, and just hoping to get a win.
That was not the answer I was expecting. I was expecting either South Charleston or Martinsburg.
Okay, yeah. We don't get to play Martinsburg in the regular season, so if that's sometime in the semifinals or championship, you never know. I'd love to get a win against them. And South Charleston's always a rivalry, so it's always great to get a win against them. But that first game we haven't been able to beat them yet, so I'd have to say that.
It's always good, but I'm going to have to disagree.
Okay.
When you say it's good to get a win against South Charleston,
yeah.
Because we don't like to lose to you all either.
Yeah.
So I understand. But one thing that you can take and you can improve on, whether it's on the field, off the field, what is one thing that you can do?
I'd say being the best teammate I can, trying to be better on the field, helping everybody out, whether that's the young freshmen coming up, because their time's going to come when Gary's time is over, my time is over. We're going to be done. They're going to be the juniors and seniors at Capital, trying to win a state championship like we are. And then, just like I said, it's not always about making the big plays. Don't get me wrong, I want to make the big catches in the games and everything, score as many touchdowns and receiving yards that I can. But, do the little things that are going to help us win and catch the eyes of some coaches, college coaches and everything that I can do.
It's definitely the goal. Now, what are your goals? Are you wanting to, obviously everybody's goal is to win a state championship, but what are your personal goal? Are you wanting to play at the next level, or?
Yeah, definitely. It's been a dream of mine is to play college football, wherever that is. We'll see here in a couple years. I got a couple years left, but it's definitely that's what I want to do.
Now, who's been obviously you probably started when you were young.
Mm-hmm.
Who's been the role model for you that you look at?
Definitely gotta say Ryan Switzer, GW, UNC alum, and now Oakland Raider. Was able to hang out with him a lot, and just watching him is like, you used to talk about my routes and stuff. It's almost like watching him out there. So it's always great to see him and everything.
Oh, yeah.
That's definitely a role model, I'd say.
Definitely not a bad one.
Yeah. No.
If you pick one,
yeah.
Why not be an NFL talent?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he's a great kid. We've met him a couple times, and what he's done for the state and what these kids are doing is nothing short of amazing.
Exactly.
Now, I know it was a rough loss last year to Martinsburg,
mm-hmm.
and you all were tied at halftime, correct?
Yeah, 14-14.
What can you all take from that game specifically, if you do play them again, to beat them this year?
They went in and made some adjustments. We didn't really need to. We did obviously later on. They were just a good team. They got the better half of us that day, and they came out stronger that second half. And I can't really tell you what we did wrong. Besides just they were a good team. Just we got to improve on the little things, and try try and beat them.
And that's the thing with Martinsburg. If you make one or two mistakes, they're going to capitalize on this.
Yeah.
And that's just, I mean, they won back-to-back state championships, and they're a good, they're a well-coached team, and they're a good team. It kills me to say that because I'm not the biggest fan in the world of Martinsburg, but if you shoot yourself in the foot, they're taking advantage of it, and they're going to score.
They take advantage of everything you mess up on, and they're going to capitalize.
Now, you all have an extremely tough schedule. Being down in this area, you play South Charleston, GW, you play Spring Valley, who has Doug Nestor on their team. You have Cabell Midland, who has arguably one of the best running backs in the state, now and gone. And then you play Huntington, who is a tough team with Darnell Wright. Out of those three teams, which team, I guess you could say, brings the toughest challenge to you?
I have to say Spring Valley. We haven't been able to beat them 2 years that I've been here. So, you know, we haven't been able to stop that run. Doug Nestor pulling like that, it's hard to stand right now. So I definitely have to say them. But, you know, they're all great. It's hard to get a win, especially our schedule. We playing all three back to back to back. So, you know, but we're trying to escape with being all three. So.
Be fantastic if you all could do it. Or as we like to say, we always use the word phenomenal too much. But if you could give these kids a little bit of advice before we let you go, whether you know it's on the field advice, off the field advice, and for the kids that are looking up to you all and coming up through, whether it's Stonewall, Humble, or whatever, what can you give those kids to help them?
Well, I'd say that not everything's going to come easy. You got to work for it as hard as you can. You got big goals. You need to set them and work for them. You know, a lot of these kids are stars at their middle schools and come in as freshmen and don't get the playing time, you know, that they think they deserve. I tell them to be patient, that their time is going to come, and you know, be the best teammate that you can be. If you're not playing, if you're on the sidelines your freshman year, and then you know, as your time goes on, your sophomore, junior, and senior, just bust your butt and be the best that you can be, not that anybody else wants you to be. And just work hard.
I agree wholeheartedly. And our big thing that we talk to when we talk to kids is football will end. For most. I don't want to say for everybody, but football will come to an end. And that's why we do what we do. We're here to help you all get to the next level, whether it's D1, D2, D3, JUCO, whatever, to get that education paid for. Get your name out there. Because that education is going to take you further in life than football will. And that's the thing we want to get across to everybody. If you can go play at a D2 school for free, basically, and get that education, take advantage of it and go. But we're looking forward to being out there. I believe we're coming to the South Charleston game week 2. So we'll definitely be there. It is at South Charleston.
Yeah, Labor Day weekend.
That's good for us.
Yeah, everybody come out.
We'll definitely do that. Good luck this year.
Thank you.
We look forward to it.
I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.